Another scene, traumatic. Water, don't do it. Don't ever shoot in water. Oh my God. Don't even, this, Megan. Hi, I'm Amanda Seyfried, and I am revisiting scenes from throughout my career. Here goes. What a nightmare scenario. That voulez-vous song in this scene is just so traumatic because we spent so long learning this choreography, and I can fake being a good dancer. I didn't in this, I was just bad. But if I have enough time, I can fake being a good dancer. This was just too much. It's like the one ABBA song that I just never want to hear. This scene specifically is just very frantic, and there's a lot of choreography past the dancing where I'm running from one person to the next. And, oh God, it's like a fever dream. This is the movie that changed my life. I went from getting guest stars, doing small movies for the most part, to being the front and center character in a massive, massive movie. I got to work with all these incredible people. Meryl Streep as my mother.
How old are you?
The beginning part was shot in the studio, and the part now that I'm watching where I'm running down the hill was shot in actual Greece. So it was months apart. We shot day for night, which is the worst for someone with light eyes because I'm trying not to squint the whole time.
Are you my father?
Yes.
It's one of the purest moments in the movie because there's a lot of pride in Stellan and also a lot of shock and fear, but also just full acceptance in a space of such a small amount of time. And it's a full circle moment. It's beautiful. It's funny too. It's comedically, he's also just very skilled. And I think because of this moment, I always secretly hoped it was Stellan that was really her father. Bill. He was the person who seemed the least likely to want to have kids. And I think from realization to acceptance, there is a scene that was cut of a song called The Name of the Game, and we sing it together, and I'm singing, begging him, what's the name of the game? And I really love that moment with him. We had a lot of fun. We got really tight. We actually did a movie, Stellan and I did a movie right after, where he played my boyfriend. So try that on. Oh no, there's another one. There's another father.
I know why I'm here. Why didn't Donna tell me?
How long have you known?
My father?
I mean, this is so long ago. I was just a child with so many wrinkles. God, we had so much fun. Also, genius directing. You're having this crazy, insane, torturous, struggle with this girl and with her mother, and then all these men being I'm your it's just such a genius move to have it be during this crazy dance to voulez-vous. It was a struggle for me. Just too much choreography, in and out, not being able to reach people, getting stepped on. Too many people doing too many different things in one room. It's a lot of stress on the actor. But it's so funny how it turns out. It just looks like it was so fun, but there was just so much happening. Emotionally too, I'm just all these men think that they're my father. Can you imagine? And then these people are dancing around you, and it's dizzying, which is, God, I feel like I'm experiencing it for the first time. Poor Sophie. What happens to her?
Somebody told him about Shane Omen.
Who?
He said some guy on the baseball team.
Baseball team?
I gave him everything. I was half a virgin when I met him.
You want to do something fun? You want to go to Taco Bell?
I knew I wanted to be an actor, but it was my first movie. The mics and the cameras, I was just experiencing it like I was on Mars. I was so present, and it was such an enlightening and fulfilling experience. I was so clueless. I think the reason I got Karen was I played that person in high school in order to stay out of the drama. It was a much easier transition into playing Karen from where I was at in my life at that point. I was only 17, so high school was right there.
I can't go to Taco Bell. I'm on an all-carb diet. God, Karen, you are so stupid.
Regina, wait! Talk to me!
Nobody understands me.
This scene, the four of us kind of trying to make Regina feel better. There's a pretty famous line that I say, do you want to do something fun? Do you want to
go to Taco Bell?
And to be honest, that was actually the fun thing that I probably would have advised for us in my actual high school as Amanda. I don't know how we created our dynamic as the Plastics. We all came from such different places. We were different ages. Lindsay and I were closer in age, and Lacey was just a few years older, and Rachel was a few years older than Lacey. I remember the feeling of everybody really wanting to be there and really appreciating the ingenious of the script. I remember everybody having a lot of fun. There was just a vibe. They cast it right. We were all pretty cool people, pretty happy people. And Mark Waters is an amazing director. He made it so fun.
You're not stupid, Karen. No, I am actually. I'm failing almost everything.
The whispery voice in Karen was based on Some Like It Hot. I had worked with this comedic director on my Karen audition because I'd first auditioned for Regina, and I'd flown out to LA for the first time with my mother. It was very exciting. I met Lacey Chabert for the first time, and Lindsay Lohan was in the room, and Blake Lively was playing Karen, and then I was Regina. I flew home, and they were like, you know what? We think you're more correct for Karen. So I was like, oh God, okay. Sure. All right. How do I really nail it? And so I worked with this comedic director named Dennis, and he talked to me about Marilyn Monroe, and I was like, that's a great idea. And then I guess Mark Waters, he helped me channel that a little better and use that kind of wispy voice. I never thought about that until now.
Well, there must be something you're good at. I can put my whole fist in my mouth. Want to see? No. That's okay. Anything else? I'm kind of psychic. I have a fifth sense.
I think the reason we love Karen so much, and also the reason that she's so funny, is that she is just being brutally honest, and it's so beautiful. And it's what makes her so endearing. And she's not that smart, but she totally knows it. And everything that she reacts to is just her truth, her true reaction. And I think we all love people like that because we can trust them.
What do you mean? It's like I have ESPN or something. My breasts can always tell when it's gonna rain. Really? That's amazing. Well, they can tell when it's raining.
I think this scene in particular leaves a mark because I think we just feel how badly she wants everybody to feel better. Like, it's just that simple. I think we just see she's the person with the biggest heart, and she truly believes that the best idea would be to go to Taco Bell, and that her secret is that she is psychic and has a sports channel. How could you not fall in love with somebody who fully believes that they have ESPN?
And people really fall in love so fast. What's the matter with you, Cosette? Have you been too much on your own?
It's when I start into the song, because I'm supposed to be English. Questions and answers that somehow seem wrong.
In my life, there are times when I catch in the silence the sigh of a faraway song.
I thought singing live was the best idea ever. I knew how tricky it was going to be. I was very scared by it, but I also knew that so much comes out of singing your emotions, and it's such a beautiful expression of where you are in your feelings, and especially with love and this character, Cosette. I knew that I was taking a risk by doing it. After I got it finally, 6 auditions later, I knew I wasn't where I wanted to be vocally because I had quit singing for many years and had only done Mamma Mia. And so that was like a session or 2. And this was going to be like, I needed stamina. I needed strength. I needed to be able to sing in real time. And I was pretty weak. It's my one regret. I wish I could do it all over again. I wish I could go in a studio and redo my vocals But of course, that's not the point. It was just so nice to relate to my fellow actors through song. And also, it's my favorite musical. I died for this musical when I was like 12. I remember seeing it in Philadelphia when they were on the road and just being at the edge of my seat the whole time, which is why I auditioned for so many times. Because a lot of people were like, fuck that, I'm not gonna do it. Like, you know I can sing, you know I can act. I'm not gonna do it. But that's not how I take no. And it was great, it was beautiful. God, it was so fun, I love you. Tom Hooper really knew what he was doing.
Does he know I'm alive? Do I know if he's real? Does he see what I see? Does he feel what I feel?
I think Tom Hooper just wanted to find the humanity and keep it as grounded as possible, knowing that to start singing is abstract and sometimes absurd. He was able to marry the two in a way that felt so natural. He created a world that just felt like as real as it could get. And it didn't feel so crazy to start singing. We had months of rehearsal and he just got to the bottom of everything. It was so gritty. I hate to use that word, but it's just true. It was gritty. It was dark. It was hard. The singing really fit.
Dear Cosette, you're such a lonely child.
This scene with Hugh, it's very intimate. It's really beautiful, and I love working with him. He's amazing. Yet it was so quiet, and it felt like almost too quiet for me to feel comfortable singing and confident. That's one thing that I lacked when I was that age with my voice. Acting-wise, I felt enough confidence, but with singing, I was just, I wasn't breathing well enough, so I just remember him being so warm and him knowing that I was struggling and just feeling like he was there for me. It's a beautiful scene. There's so much reality happening for me. And when you trust your partner like that, it's, even if you're feeling like shit, something real comes through and I'm able to sing, which is a little better than hitting that high E. Whew. You're really traumatizing me.
Please forgive what I say. You are loving and gentle and good. But Papa, dear Papa, in your eyes I am still like that child who's lost in a wood.
Hugh Jackman is the most present, really kindest human being to walk this earth. Everybody who's met him completely agrees. It's just, there's nobody like him. He's a good friend, but he's very paternal as well. And I think that I just felt like totally seen by him. And when you're scared and the person you're with knows you're scared and accepts that you're scared, you feel less scared. That's his ability. This is compassion. I just remember feeling like it didn't matter how it came out, that he was just right there with me, and he didn't agree with me that I was shit, and that's what a good parent does, you know, a good friend does. Don't do it. Don't ever shoot in water. This pool is actually really warm. Oh my God. Megan. The special effects in this scene, we were all freezing. I mean, look, I have this zombie vomit on me. We're having a fight, and then my boyfriend dies. Like, this was an acting exercise like no other. I don't think I've ever done a scene like this in my life. Karin Kusama, who directed Jennifer's Body, I mean, she's incredible. She was so fun to work with. It was so heartfelt. Megan and I had such a good relationship. This is really emotional for her, too. It was like two best friends just telling each other to fuck off. Just beautiful. I love this movie. It holds up. I'm really proud of it. We worked really hard. I had the best time. I just remember being cold a lot during this movie because we were shooting it at night because it's a thriller and a lot of thrillers are shot at night. So every time you see somebody wet in a movie, they're not just wet for a minute or two. They're wet for like 2 days straight. And there's warming tents and hot water bottles, but you know, you have to act through it. This was definitely one of the first action sequences in my career. I think because we shot this towards the end of the movie, I had already done some other special effects action sequences when I'm levitating above Jennifer in the bed, hanging from a harness I remember realizing that it wasn't for me. I don't want to be in pain in that way. I don't want to make mistakes. I go to full throttle when I'm acting, that I don't trust that it will go halfway when you're supposed to like fight or fly up and like keep your balance. Like you learn a lot from the stunt coordinators. They are just invaluable, but I just don't think that that's where my skills lie. And I don't trust myself to be able to do both acting or action. So I learned that at least. And I think I have done a bunch of action stuff, but not as much as I think my peers. This juice is disgusting. I hate it. Disgusting.
Drink it.
No. Elizabeth really snakes her way around every situation. She's so deliberate and cunning and smart and will shapeshift in order to win. And you see that happening in this scene with Sunny. She loses control and then she gains control and then she loses control and she gains control. And she doesn't want to be out of control ever. It's very uncomfortable. For most of us it is, of course. But she finds herself in a situation where she actually doesn't know what's going on and briefly breaks down because she's like incapable for a second of knowing what to do. And then what she does is does what she does best. She puts on a face and she commands herself to forge ahead.
You're there. We are developing new technology. This is an inspiring step forward.
What's going through my mind when I'm doing the voice for the first time as Elizabeth in the mirror is that Amanda's thinking, make it hurt, go as low as, like, until it hurts. And Elizabeth, I know, is thinking, find the power, find the depth. They'll only take you seriously if you go all the way, in every way. And this is like, be a man, be the fucking man. But I'm just like, scare yourself. Like, look at yourself and scare yourself. And I think I should let you know that this was additional photography on the last day of shooting. And I said to Michael Showalter, our director of episodes 1 through 4, I said, I don't think we need this. He's like, we do, we need it. Liz really wants it. And I was like, we should call her. I don't think we need this. I just don't think we have time. And then it's like iconic now in terms of the show and how it was marketed. And I'm an idiot. I was wrong. And it was so fun to do. I think I just knew I was done. But I remember thinking like, yeah, scare yourself.
Inspiring step forward. 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 This is an inspiring step forward.
The only research I didn't do was meet her. I had many, 10 hours of deposition tapes in terms of the voice and the mannerisms and the way she speaks and how she uses her mouth and her hands and even to the way she listened. I got to study, so it was like muscle memory for me. It was so delicious because I've only played 3 real people, and the first 2 times I didn't have any footage like that. This was like, I was rich with information of this person being themselves. If that hadn't existed, I still would have gotten where I needed to be, I think, but it would have taken a lot longer. And then, of course, there's so many interviews where she's just really playing for the audience. Of course, there's glimpses of her. She's still playing, but there's glimpses. She's just such an actor. And God, what a dream role. And I didn't want to put it down. I didn't want to stop playing her. I begged and begged and begged our creator, Liz Merriweather, to write another season because, well, she goes to trial. She gets pregnant. She has a baby. She gets sentenced. Like, even before she got sentenced, like, even before her trial was over, her life continues. My job is to sympathize with her. My job as an actor is to connect and relate to as much as possible and have compassion for my character, or I'm not going to be able to do it. When I was finished with the show, I struggled finding any compassion anymore because I'd used it all up, which I didn't expect. This is just an extraordinary, like, circumstances for me because this is a real person who made the wrong choices. And so I kind of shut out all the deliberateness and I shut out kind of the people who were harmed and kind of try to stick with with where she was and how she might be struggling and where she came from. But it was really hard to not like be so angry with her by the time I stopped shooting, and I was not expecting that. She fucked up so hard, and I had given her so much credit because it was my job, but also because I'm a human being and she's a mother. Anyway. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna turn it off now.